Once upon a time, in a little house just outside the city limits, lived a little girl called Daisy. The house had a large and beautiful garden that was separated from the forest by a wall of trees. Daisy loved to play in the garden that was filled with colorful and beautiful flowers. She loved to watch the bees and chase the butterflies. One day, she was playing as usual while her mother was taking care of the garden. Suddenly, she saw a beautiful butterfly, one like she's never seen before. Its colors were vibrant and it seemed to glow. It was there for the entire afternoon, and Daisy watched her until her mother called her for dinner. But when Daisy was entering the house, she took a look behind one more time, only to see the beautiful butterfly turn into a fairy once it crossed the wall of trees. She was so excited and ran to her mom. During dinner, she told what she saw. The mother helped her get ready to sleep, and once in bed, Daisy asked, "Can I be friends with the fairy?" "Fairies are not good friends," the mom replied. "But how do you know she's not a good friend?" Daisy said. "Well, let me tell you a story." The mother sighed, and after a pause continued. "I had a friend when I was your age. We liked to play in her garden a lot. It was just like ours, close to the forest. She once told me about a ring of mushrooms she found near her garden, and invited me to see it. The next day, we went out to look for it, but when we arrived, the mushrooms were rotten. We returned to her house and found a book about the Fae. In the book, it said it was called a fairy ring. It was a portal to enter the fairy realm." "And how do you find one? Can you make it?" Daisy interrupted. "Let me finish the story first," the mother said to the impatient little girl. "Where was I? Oh, yes. We read the book, and it said that to enter the realm, you have to be chosen by one of them. It said, they appear in the form of animals or insects. You can recognize them because their colors are unusually beautiful and bright. If they like you, they will approach you. But you must be careful because their intentions are not friendly at all. They will dance around you until they hypnotize you, and they will take you to the portal if there is a full moon. Once you step into the fairy ring, there will be no turning back. You will be trapped in fairyland." Suddenly, a gust of wind came through the window. The little girl got scared and hid her head under the covers with her skin crawling with fear. Her mother got up to close the window, a little surprised. It was almost spring, but the winter winds were still blowing strongly. She sat down again, and little Daisy asked with fear in her voice, "What happened after?" Daisy uncovered her face. "It will be story for another day, sweetheart. It's time to go to sleep." "Can you leave the light on?" "Of course, dear. Sweet dreams," her mother said after kissing her forehead good night. Little Daisy found it hard to sleep that night, but was excited to get the rest of the story in another